Welcome back, guys, to episode 2 of giving a non-league club £1 billion. As you can see, we have gone another year into the future. We are in July 2026. As you can see, they're still in the Vanarama National League. They have a new manager. He's got a 59% win ratio, so they must have done okay. They finished 4th in the league. That is very unlucky. Let's have a little look and see how close they was to get promoted. 4th, 80 points, 3 points off top of the league. That is so unlucky. That is so unlucky. Let's have a little look and see when Mr. Tisdale came in. He came in on the 17th of November. So they must have had a very poor start to the season. I mean, look at that. Brilliant start to the season. Actually, August unbeaten, 3 wins, 3 draws. September unbeaten, 2 wins, 3 draws. So the first 2 months of the season they're unbeaten. Then it went a little bit downhill. They did go through the FA 4th round qualifying round against Farsley before losing the FA Cup first round to Stockport. But in the league, they were very average. Only 1 win in October. And then, as you can see here, Mr. Tisdale getting sacked. I mean, that's not bad form, really. It's not the best of form, but after the first 2 months of the season, that seems a little bit harsh for him to get sacked there. So he's come in here. He's won his first game. Lost the next one, and then they went on a little bit of a good streak, actually, as you can see here, not losing for a while. They did win in the FA Trophy 3rd round and the FA Trophy 4th round. Through the 5th round as well, some good form in the league. Not too bad, only 2 losses there, or 3 losses in the month of January. There's a lot of games. Through in the FA Trophy quarter-final as well. Is there going to be a final to play here? Oh, and they went out on penalties against Boreham Wood in the semis. That is so unlucky, but they did have a very, very good March, finishing the season very strong. They obviously did get to the playoffs as well, so how far did they get in the playoffs? So they won in the playoff first round. Did they get to the semis? They won the semis and lost in the final to Chester. Oh, that is so unlucky. Losing in the playoff final again. I'm almost certain that's the 2nd or 3rd time that's happened. Which you're going to have to check that. They lost. That's 2 playoff final losses there so far. Is there any more to talk about? They lost in the semi-finals here. So that's a 3rd. That's 3. And they're Vanarama North. So that's 3 times in the Vanarama National they've got knocked out in the playoffs. 2 finals. So unlucky. It really is. Let's look at the landmarks. Have they done anything else? Since 2025, they have got the youth category raised to category 2. Carl Turner scales down the funding, so that means they've took a little bit of money away. What we are going to do, I'm going to do it right now. We're going to put him back on the front end. We're also going to add a little bit of reputation because I want them to get promoted a little bit quicker. 10,000 is the highest we can go. Let's change that to 3,500. Just a little bit of a tweak. Hopefully they'll be able to bring in some new players. They've got a new manager, and hopefully Paul Tisdale will be able to do something. Maybe win a trophy. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, we can check their finances as well. I just want to see how much they're spending. They do have still 800 million in the bank. So a lot of money. They are a professional club as well. So hopefully some more players will be tempted to come to AFC Fylde. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to skip 1 more year. We're going to be in July 2027 then, and I'll see you back here for that. And we are here in July 2027. 1 year later, is this the year for Fylde? Can they get promoted? We remember, we give them a little bit of a boost. And yes, they are finally in League 2. It has taken a long time, but they have made it there finally. Let's have a look how they got on. They won the league. Absolute scenes. They actually won the league. Let's see how much they won it by. Oh, I'm so happy. I genuinely was getting a little bit worried that they wouldn't make it through. But let's have a look and see how they did. 92 points. They won it by 4 points. Finally doing it. Mr. Is it Tisdale? Paul Tisdale winning them the league. He's doing very well. 62% win ratio. So let's check out the history of the transfer, by the way, because we didn't actually check that in the last video. Or the last section. As you see, they spent £300,000 and sold £475,000. So actually made money that year. That year, though, we've just progressed. Again, 3,300 made, spent, only 120,000 sold. That is absolutely insane. They're actually making money in the transfer market, which is kind of not what the point of this video is. We want to see them buy loads of players and spend a lot of money, but whatever they've done It worked. Let's see how they did in the season. Started very, very well. A big month. Only 1 loss and 1 draw in August. Again, the same in September. And then they did very well in October as well. Only 1 loss per month in the first 3 months. They are in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. They qualified. They qualified for the first round. They went out in the FA second round against Salford. That's fine. And let's see how they did in the FA Trophy. 3rd round again. Very good again. Only 1 defeat again per month. And then they finally got 2 defeats in December. Through the 3rd round of the FA Trophy. Through the 4th round. And only 1 loss in January as well. Then they... Oh my God. Again. Only 1 loss in February again. And they're through the FA 5th round. And you can see they got through the FA Trophy quarterfinal against Yeovil as well. Going into March... into the semi-final and winning as well, so they're into the FA Trophy final. Again, another good month for March. Only 1 loss to Aldershot. Absolutely smashing it this year. They really are. Let's see how they got on in the final. We already know they went up automatically. Where is the final going to be? A little bit of a poor April. 2 losses and a draw. And they won it! They won the final against Stevenage. A 2-0 win against Wembley. Absolute quality. That is so good, so good. That's how they do in the landmarks. He's scaled down the funding there, but we put the back to the top end, like sort of chairman. But as you can see here, he has scaled it down again, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, a league and cup double. That is not bad at all. English FA Trophy winners, Vanarama National champions. They are now a Football League club. I think that... Is that the first time they've ever been there? I think that might be one of the first times they've ever been there. So it's absolute scenes. No captain of late. For some reason. No idea how they got through the season without a captain unless he has moved on. But that is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to skip another year now and we're going to see how they do in League 2. I just want to check out the finances before we do that actually. As you see, it's still a lot of money. 794 million. We will check out the reputation. I think we not put it up to 3,500 and then up to 3,900. So they're getting better. They are getting better. I'm going to wonder when they're going to start putting their facilities up and start maybe building onto the stadium. I'm assuming now that they are a Football League club, that could potentially happen. So let's skip one more year, guys, and let's see how they do in their first season in League 2. Here we go then. First year in League 2. Let's see how they got on. I'm a little bit nervous for this one. Hopefully they haven't come back down. They haven't. They did not go down. That is massive. They have got Simon Grayson in as well. So a decent name manager. So you know who that is. Very, very good. 2-star reputation at the moment. Where did they finish in the league? 12th. That's actually not bad. A mid-table finish for their first season in League 2 really isn't that bad. 67 points. I mean, they're not even that far off the playoffs. They're really not that far away from this sort of area in the league. So very, very good. We will go and have a look at the transfers quickly. I do want to do that before I forget this time. They did actually spend £875,000 and they got rid of £90,000. So, you know, they've done all right. They've made quite a few good signings. We are quite far into the save. So, but I think by the time they actually do get up the leagues, they probably will be buying players we don't know, and a lot of them will be new gens. So we won't actually worry about looking at players unless we see a massive name that we do recognise. So let's have a look how they've done in the league. Okay, as you can see, started off in League 2 with a win against Bradford. Then lost against Tranmere. They went out of the Carabao Cup first round to Charlton. Very unlucky there. No cup run in the Carabao Cup. Out on penalties against Doncaster in the Papa John's Northern Group D. They won the next game in that, but started off very slowly in the league. As you can see, only 2 league wins out of all them games. They went through September without getting a win up until the 3rd game in September. But that was their only win in September. Moving on to October, they actually had a really good month. They started off very poorly. 2-0 loss to Mansfield. Beat Mansfield again, 3 days later in the Papa John's Trophy. And then they won 2 more league games, drew 2 and then won another one. So basically undefeated apart from the very first game in the league. Then they went on to the FA Cup first round. They did beat Stevenage 2-0. They did win another game against Burton as well. And they beat Man City under 23s on penalties in the Papa John's Trophy. Lost against Bolton. Draw against Woking. Beat York in the FA Cup second round. So they actually got to the third round of the FA Cup. So they could have gone against any of the big teams. They lost against Shrewsbury into December. Very good start. 2 wins, or one win in the league, 1 win in the Papa John's Trophy. So I'm assuming they're going to qualify from that group because I think they've won the last 3. They then lost 2 games in a row before going unbeaten for the last 3. They actually won in the FA Cup third round against Lincoln. That is an absolutely massive result. And they actually lost to Middlesbrough at home. Middlesbrough are obviously quite a higher team in the Championship, so 2 leagues above. Not expected to win there. Not a bad month though. I think that's at them at the Bradford as well. The Papa John's Trophy third round. They went out of that, so they lost to Bradford there. They lost to Portsvale, drew with Mansfield. So only the league to go now, I think. Into February, won 3 in a row, then drew the next 2. So that's 5 unbeaten before losing the last 2 games in that month. Only 3 games in March. They only won 1. I think they won 1, they drew 1, they lost 1. So that's a very average month there. Into the final month of the season, and they lost 2 games in a row before winning 2, drawing 1, and winning the last game of the season. So overall, not a bad run of form. I think they did struggle a little bit here. There's 4 games, or if you look at it here, really 6 games without a win. If you turn 2 of them draws into wins, they really could push for the playoffs there. So pretty good season overall. We'll check the landmarks. As you saw, Carl Turner scales down the funding again. He withdraws funding here. Very interesting. Their youth category rating is lower to category 3 as well. Not ideal. And as we have been doing, we are going to change that. We're going to put front end. They've still got 780 odd million. So plenty of money to play with. So we're going to make him spend the money. We will make this team great, I promise. But yeah, not a bad season. No cup competitions. Mid-table, literally dead on mid-table in the league in their first season. They did get Simon Graceman in. When did he come in charge? He came in on the 30th of December. Not sure why he got sacked there. He got sacked around the 15th of December. I just want to check their form around then. 15th of December. When was that? That is around here. So he got sacked on that game. He lost against Accrington and got sacked. The form's not that bad. I mean, it's not terrible. In my opinion, that's a very harsh sacking, but they went for it. Simon Grayson is a very good manager, very experienced at this level, 20-man management. So we're going to go forward 1 more year. Let's see if Mr. Grayson can get them out of League 2 into League 1. Welcome back, guys. Another year has passed, July 2029. Let's go have a look at how they're doing. Have they managed to get out of League 2 and progress up the leagues even further? They have gone down. They have actually got themselves relegated, finishing 23rd in the league. Oh, wow, that is very poor. Danny Graham is now the manager. Let's check when he came into the job. So Simon Grayson got sacked on the 7th of October. Danny Graham came in on the 26th of October. Let's look at the form and see how they got on. Oh, my days. Wow. That is very poor. Simon Grayson left here. Danny Graham came in here. First game in charge for Danny Graham was a 4-0 loss. Do you know what? That is awful. When was their first league win? They did not win a game until Boxing Day. That is awful. That is so bad. Out of the Carabao Cup at the first round of asking, losing 4-0 to Hull. Lost in the Papa John's Trophy to Oldham. Lost in the Papa John's Trophy to Crewe. And to Everton under 23s. There's no way they're getting out of that. They did go through in the FA Cup first round against Guiseley. Then they went out in the second round to Wimbledon. My days. Absolutely dreadful. No wins in the league up until December. They got 1 win in League 2 in January. 1 in February. Undefeated in March with 1 win and 3 draws. Ended the season pretty well. 3 games unbeaten. But geez, that is a lot worse than I thought it might be. That is absolutely terrible. How are they not bottom of the league? That is the question. That is dreadful. Played 46 games, only won 6 games all season. Newport County were somehow worse than fired that season. I don't understand it. After doing so well in this first league in League 2, that's blown my mind. Let's look at the landmarks. Since 2028, let's have a look at what we've seen. Carl Turner did withdraw the funding. We then put it back up for him. They didn't do anything really. Then they got relegated from League 2 and he scaled down the funding again. We're going to go in, change that straight away, front end, and we're going to have to give him some more reputation because the reputation took an absolute battering there. We are going to go up to 4,000 just to help them a little bit. They need to get out of this league. Let's check the transfers and see how they got on. Spent 66,000 and they let go 550,000. I'm not sure what they're doing in the transfer market. As you can see, the last 3 years they've actually made money. Apart from this year, they lost money that year, but they actually spent some decent money. But yeah, that is dreadful. Really, really bad. So probably selling some of their better players, I'd imagine, as well. That has not helped them and not replacing them correctly. But yeah, awful. Let's see how Danny Graham can get on because he's been there since October time and he has done all of this bad form as well. He's been there. They did pick it up in the last 2 months of the season, only 2 losses and only 3 draws in that time as well. So I'm not sure how they're going to do. Hopefully they can bounce straight back up. We'll see. Let's go forward one more year, guys, and see what happens. Hopefully they can bounce straight back. Here we go, guys. The last part of the video, July 1st, 2030. That is another 5 seasons done at Flyde. Let's see how they're getting on. I'm assuming they're going to go straight back up. You'd expect them to. They have not. Okay. Danny Graham is still in charge. They didn't go up. They finished second. Oh, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Let's see how they got on. 4 points from the top of the league. Oh, that is frustrating. So frustrating. Let's go through the season. Let's see how they did. So as you can see, they started off very well. 2 wins, then a loss, a draw to Bournemouth, and a win against Halifax. Oh, that's so frustrating. No cup games. Where are all the cups? Okay, strange. Beat Kings Lynn, drew to Stevenage, have a loss, 2 more draws and a win. So doing pretty well to start the season off. Not amazing form, but not terrible. They go into October, they win, draw, win. They do go through in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. So that is a positive, because potentially they could maybe regain that trophy. They have won that once this save already. Still unbeaten in the league. They do go through the first round of the FA Cup against Chippenham. Look at all the greens here. 5 wins in a row. Going into the FA Cup second round, they beat Harrogate 2-0. Lose to Cheltenham in the league. So that means they're in the FA Cup third round again. So they could potentially have another big team. Salford are going down. Oh, that's interesting. But Salford are back in the Vanarama National. Where else are we? Let's have a look. FA Trophy third round. Through that against Spennymoor. Still unbeaten in the league. A couple of draws. A loss here. Oh, they lost to Southampton in the FA Cup third round. But I think that might be the first Premier League side they have played. Through the FA Trophy fourth round against Telford. 2 more wins in the league. A loss. A win. And then they drew against Havant and Waterlooville at home. And they are out of the FA Trophy fifth round in a replay to Havant and Waterlooville. No cup drama or no cup glory for Flyde this year. Or filed. I just remembered earlier that I was calling them Flyde when they actually filed. I'm still not sure that's even how you say the name, but still, just the league to concentrate on. Not a bad March going into April. 3 wins in a row, 4 draws, and then in the playoff semi-final they beat Bournemouth and they lost in another Vanarama National League final again in extra time against Swindon. Macaulay Bonnet getting the 96th minute goal to beat them. Again, they have lost in a final. That is unreal. 3 playoff final losses in 10 years and a semi-final loss as well. So 4 of the, 10 years they've lost in the playoff Vanarama Nationals. That is just so frustrating. We will check the landmarks. Let's have a look at what's happened since 2029. Relegation from Sky Bet League 2. Carl Turner scales down the funding. We turn it back up and he scaled it down again. Look, Carl, we're going to keep putting you as a front end. You need to put your money where your mouth is, so stop it. Pack it in. Reputation has gone down again. We are going to go up to 4,500 now. We are not resting on our laurels here. We are going to go up, I promise you. Let's see how they did in the transfer business. They spent £130,000, which is a bit more than last year, I do believe. Here, double nearly what they did last year. They got rid of 54,000, so it's not too bad. You know, they're making a little bit of money as well. Some good players. But yeah. Overall, 5 years, they've gone nowhere. They got promoted once and then relegated back again. So yeah, 10 years gone and they have had one promotion. That's all they've done. Well, they've had 2 promotions and they've come down once. So like overall, 1 promotion. It's not good enough. Like I said, we're bumping up the reputation to 4,500. They've still probably got about 700 million. I would guess they've still got a lot of money. I mean, look at that. 788 million still, I think that is. That is an unreal amount of money. Like, genuinely, they need to start spending money or they're not going to go up. They're spending a little bit, but it's not enough. Really appreciate you watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see when the next video goes live on my channel. Really appreciate you watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.